Susan. A journey from struggle to victory. In the United States, Susan, an African-American woman, had always dreamed of a better life. But fate had something else in store for her. She married a white man named David, hoping for a happy life, but soon realized that he was an addict involved in illegal activities. At first, she tolerated everything, hoping things would change. But when it came to her young child, she knew she couldn't stay silent anymore. David wanted full custody of the child, but Susan knew he was an unfit father. She decided to fight for her child with all her strength. Blind justice and discrimination. When Susan entered the courtroom, she realized this wasn't just a mother's fight but a battle against racism. As soon as she stepped in, she noticed Judge Rahul staring at her with hostility, as if she had committed a crime. The lawyers wrinkled their noses in disgust, making it clear that they were against her. The trial began. Susan gathered her courage and started presenting her case, but the lawyers constantly interrupted, mocked, and threatened her. David's legal team was determined to portray her as weak and incapable. The judge's gaze was still cold and filled with bias. She was trembling, her eyes filled with tears, but she refused to back down. With a shaky voice, she continued to defend her rights. She could see the entire system was against her, yet she held on. A very tall wolf lived in the clouds. The next day, Susan returned to court, feeling defeated, broken, and helpless, but still determined for her child. That's when she met Mark, an educated and kind-hearted lawyer. When she told Mark her story, his eyes filled with both anger and sympathy. He vowed, "I will fight for you." Mark requested the judge to delay the case, but the corrupt system refused. He realized this was more than just a legal fight, it was a moral battle. Then, suddenly, Susan's neighbor rushed into the courtroom. Truth triumphs. She handed over a USB drive, saying it contained evidence of Susan's innocence. When the footage played on the courtroom screen, it exposed David's dark secrets, his drug addiction, illegal activities, and negligence toward his child. The courtroom fell silent. Even the biased judge was forced to reconsider his decision. Susan's eyes filled with tears, not of sorrow, but of victory. She had won the case. A new beginning. Outside the courtroom, Mark and Susan exchanged glances. Mark smiled. "You are a true fighter, Susan." Susan's eyes gleamed. "If it weren't for you, I might have lost." Slowly, their friendship turned into love. One day, Mark gathered the courage to propose to her, and she happily accepted. Now her child finally had a loving and responsible father. Lesson. This story teaches us that truth always wins. No matter how many obstacles come your way, if you stand against injustice, victory will be yours in the end.